Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Monday, March 14th. We have a 9-game slate. We're going to jump right in. We're going to start with point guard. We're going to start with Mr. Harden. 5,200, 11,000. That's fine. That's fine. He wouldn't be my favorite play, but he's always in play. He is Harden. Even though he doesn't show to big games, it's just a regular night in Denver, so we don't got to worry about him, not showing up. Murray's in play. SGA's in play. SGA's had a good game today, if I'm not mistaken. Trae Young, always in play. Steph Curry, he's getting his old Clay back. The starting Poole, he's taking shots also. So they don't really need Curry to be Curry. They don't really need Curry to give them 50 fantasy points. So Curry's always in play, but he wouldn't be on the top of my list at 10K. Fox is in play. Westbrook got priced up. Not sure for what reason, but he's definitely not doing anything with Toronto. So y'all can get that out of there. Garland's in play at 9K. Melo's in play. Reggie Jackson is 82. Might as well just play him. If his price isn't going to go down, might as well just play him. Might as well just incorporate him into your rosters because it is what it is. Even at 5 times value, you need 42. What is it? He's 82. You need about 45 fantasy points. He's giving you 40 and 45. So no, he's giving you 49, 38, and 45. So he's getting close. He's close to what you need, so instead of me bitching about him being too pricey, might as well just play him. Rozier's in play. Holiday's in play. Russell's in play. Maxi's in play. Brandon Williams is in play. Poole's in play. Malik Monk's in play. Prefer him to, you know what I prefer. I prefer Russell not to be there, but, you can't have it all. Clarkson had a great game. He's alright. The price is okay. Mike Conley's alright. Kobe White is fine if Levine is out. Monte Morris is alright. Trey Mann is alright. Ayo is okay if Levine is out. Beverly is fine. Lonnie Walker off the bench is fine. Kennard off the bench is fine. Ish Smith off the bench is fine. Last man in, you want to throw in Neto, I guess. After Neto, anyone after Neto, they should be starting if you're going to play him. Mitchell's in play. Middleton's in play. Van Fleet's in play if he plays. Anthony Edwards is in play if he plays. No Levert for me, probably coming off the bench. Gary Trent's in play. Bogdanovich is in play, especially if there's no Collins. Barton's in play. Vassell's in play. Caldwell Pope, unfortunately, he's in play. With no Dinwiddie, he's getting the usage. Terrence Mann's in play. Oubre is in play. Beasley, no Beasley for me. Herder, you want to play Herder against Portland? Have at it. I know those Portland guys had a good game. That's still not going to make me run back to him. DiVincenzo, he's in play, off the bench. If you get any of those wings on San Antonio out, then you could stick in Richardson. Bones Highland is in play. And everyone else should be starting if you're going to play him. I just want to see something. 8,400. Left knee. Okay. Knee. Okay, no problem. Josh Hart is the top small forward for the slate. Wow. Listen, he finally had a good game. I don't know about all this $8,800 business, but whatever. Barnes is in. Listen, Josh Hart is. Josh Hart's in the player pool. I'm not playing him at 8,800, but he's in the player pool. What that means is that if you play him in one of your lineups, it's not the end of the world, but that's too rich for my blood. Scotty Barnes is priced up, but he's playing the worst defensive team in the league, so he's fine. Middleton is fine. Klay Thompson is overpriced. Miles Bridges is fine. Harrison Barnes is a little bit overpriced. He's kind of trash now. Marketing if you must. Marcus Morris is fine. Pokusevski is. I know he's coming back off the bench. If he's coming off the bench, I'll probably save that spot for someone else. DeAndre Hunter, if there's no Collins, and anybody else under that, they must start. Alright, power forward. Giannis is in play. LeBron's in play. DeRozan's in play. Siakam, Kuzma, Mobley. Wiggins is pricey. Porzingis is in play. Tobias Harris is in play for me. Watford is priced up because he had a good game. I'm not going to run to that. Kevin Love. I want Kevin Love off the bench. I don't want Kevin Love if he's starting. Keldon Johnson's alright, but guess what? Minnesota's a better team. So it is a fast-paced game, but Minnesota is not what you think they are as far as teams just running through them. So pay attention when you're playing Minnesota. Isaiah Roby's trash. $20, $51, $41, $21, and $32. You're starting. He takes 5 shots. He takes 15 shots. When I say he's trash, I mean he's inconsistent. For me, being a fantasy player, needing players that I could trust and rely on, he's trash because I can't rely on him. So that's why I say he's trash. So I don't want to see, yeah, but he had 50 points the other day. That's not what I'm talking about. I don't care about what you did the other day because you're inconsistent. There's players that take 15 shots and play 35 minutes every game. Those are the people that I like. I don't care if you go 1 for 30 and you cost me money. I don't care. I'll still play you the next day. But if you're not playing the minutes, you're not taking the shots, and you're not getting the stocks, and you're not being active, I can't play you. That's why I don't play, what's his name? Kyle Lowry when he comes back from his mini vacation. So that's why I don't play Marcus Morris when he comes back from extended leave of absence because their minds are on basketball. Imagine picking a player and paying a salary for them, and they're just standing around in the court doing nothing. How does that help me? Let's continue. Boucher. I like Boucher against the Lakers. No Carmelo for me. Baisley's in play if he starts. PJ Washington's another inconsistent guy, but 5,100 for a starter, that's fine. Kuminga if you must. If you need a guy for $4,800, Trey Lyles is in play. No, he's not. Sabonis will be back, so you don't need Trey Lyles. And that's about it. Everything else is fodder. If you don't know what fodder means, look it up. Jokic is in play. Obviously, Embiid's in play. Karl-Anthony Towns is in play. Sabonis is in play. Usually, when Sabonis plays, they play Trey Lyles about 20 minutes. And they split his minutes with Dante Jones. So that's why I told y'all be careful with Trey Lyles if Sabonis plays. If Sabonis doesn't play, they'll play Trey Lyles a little bit more. So just be careful playing Trey Lyles with Sabonis being healthy or playing, because he was out for personal. Vooch is in play. Gobert's in play if he plays. If Gobert doesn't play, obviously you swap to Whiteside. But you guys know that. Pirtle's in play. Zubac's been on a little bit of a tear. Zubac's in play now. Portis is in play. Capella's in play if there's no John Collins, but be careful. He's not going to play a lot of minutes, or as many minutes as you need him to or want him to. Eubanks finally had a good game. I don't give a shit. Keep Whiteside on the sideline just in case you guys swap to him. And maybe Plumlee if you're feeling, spicy, or Gafford if you have a crazy lineup and you just need that last $4,200 in, then that's acceptable. Other than that, I'm good. So we have Jokic. There's a lot of stars today. There's a lot of stars, so you got to get your value right. This would be so easy if Gobert was out, but he's not, so we actually got to do some work. One thing I do know is that Braun's going for Kareem's record, so he's going to show up. That I know. I know Jokic is going to show up, but he's pricey. I'm going to look for value. Hold on a second. And Toronto's priced up, so I can't stack Toronto, which is what I really want to do. But we can't do that right now. So there's no Levine. If there's no Levine, I'm going to pick up AO if he starts. Then at shooting guard, I'm going to go Gary Trent against the Lakers. At small forward, I could do Bridges or Middleton or Scotty Barnes at 8K. That's a tough number. 8K. He had a 58-point game. That's why. 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 25 points. Man, 8K. Scotty Barnes. Wow. But it is the Lakers. And for center, we're gonna have to punt and hope that Collins is out, and take Capella for his 20-something minutes that he's going to play, and hope to God that he has a good game. That's what we're going to have to do. So, I mean, I'm going to have to config. This can't be a lineup because there's only 41K left and you're not winning anything with 3 spots, 4,100 or less. But Capella, because of his price, basically, if you're paying up for somebody, you can use Capella as value. That's basically what I'm doing. Scotty Barnes is really priced up, so I may not play him. I may not play him in a lot of lineups, but I like him because of the matchup. I like Gary Trent because of the matchup, and I like AO if Levine doesn't play. So that's 5 that I like. If you're new, please subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. That helps me out with YouTube. Helps build the channel, circulate the video, and grow and get new viewers and build the channel basically. If you're having a hard time making a successful lineup, my Patreon, which is linked in the description, basically what I do is I do all the heavy lifting, I do all the research, I watch the games, I pay attention to news, injuries, etc. I wait for starting lineups, as many starting lineups as I can, and then I send you updated lineups right before lock. So that's what I can offer you. That's the service I offer you. So we're gonna jump into FanDuel. We're gonna start with point guard. Murray is 10-9. What you really want is you're looking for a high-paced game, and you're looking for a close game, and you're looking for a back-and-forth game if you're going to play Murray. And if you're going to do that, you should be running it back with guys from Minnesota and maybe one other from San Antonio. It's hard to run things back when your man is 11K, 10-9, so that's the idea. You know what I'm saying? He's pricey. 10-9 is pricey. Listen, he's in the player pool. If you guys are veteran DFS players, you have to figure out a way to make it work. But if you could somehow stack this game with the right pieces, I promise you that's money. Same thing with this Atlanta game. Same even with this OKC game, but the guys on OKC are unreliable. Bailey's unreliable. Roby's unreliable. Everybody's unreliable. Wiggins is unreliable. Wiggins can give you 40 fantasy points, or he can give you 3. But Wachowski, if he starts, is reliable. SGA is reliable. If you want to do some Charlotte guys in SGA, you could do that, but they priced up too. So, you got all day to figure it out. But I'll just give you a little bit of hint. So, SGA is in play. Trae Young's in play. Trae Young looks fine. Kyrie's in the player pool, but not for me. De'Aaron Fox is in play. Drew Holiday is in play. Garland is too cheap. Mitchell is too cheap. LaMelo is too cheap. Rozier is fine. Van Fleet, if he plays, gonna torch the Lakers. Russell is overpriced. Reggie Jackson has become a better point guard than Russell Westbrook. Wow. Let me tell you something. If Reggie Jackson and Westbrook have trade places, the Clippers would have not won a game this season, and the Lakers would be probably like 4th or 5th in the West. That's how bad Westbrook has been. Russell is fine at 72. So if you want to run D'Angelo Russell with Murray and figure out the rest, you'll be thanking me. Jordan Poole is fine. Tyrese Maxey is fine. Monte Morris is fine. Ish Smith, Kobe White, Trey Mann if he starts. Conley is fine. Caruso is fine. Brandon Williams is fine for value. Jordan Clarkson, Patrick Beverly are all good. Bones Highland, you want to take a shot. Neto, you can take a shot. And anything under Neto, you want them to be starting. James Harden is 9,900. He's in play. Like I said about DraftKings, this game is pointless, so he's probably going to show up. DeRozan looks great. Levine, if he plays. Middleton is fine. Klay Thompson is fine. Josh Hart looks better on FanDuel. Not that other 8,800 stuff. That's crazy. Malik Monk looks good. Bogdan looks good. Gary Trent's a lot. Terrence Mann is fine. KCP is fine. Ayo, there's no Levine. No Beasley for me when everybody else is healthy. Oubre is fine. Vassell is fine. Will Barton is fine. You can use Lonnie Walker in a Minnesota San Antonio stack if you need to. Kevin Huerter is fine. DiVincenzo is fine. I think that's as low as I'll go. And then Kennard. I'll play Kennard. Anything under Kennard, they got to be starting. Giannis is in play. He looks good. LeBron's in play. He looks good. Kuzma's in play. Scotty Barnes looks great. Miles. Listen, I'm playing as many Toronto Raptors as I can against the Lakers. That's what I've been doing all year. Bridges looks fine. Wiggins is okay, but there's better options. Keldon Johnson's in play. Harrison Barnes is alright at 61. Tobias at 59, probably still overpriced. Marcus Smart is fine. Bojan is fine at 55. Baisley if you're feeling spicy. Kuminga's in play. DeAndre Hunter if there's no Collins. And anyone under Hunter must be starting. Mobley is in play. Sabonis looks good at 86. Siakam is going to be my star pupil tomorrow at 8,400. Kuzma's okay at 81. Porzingis is fine at 69. Roby's overpriced at 65. Bobby Portis is fine. Keldon Johnson, he's fine. Watford is fine. Kevin Love I prefer off the bench. Pokuševski is okay. I prefer him to start. Washington's going to start. He's inconsistent, but he's in play at 5,700. Boucher, if he starts, the smash. I'm not taking any more chances on anyone else. Jokic is in play, obviously. Embiid's in play. Cat is in play. Vooch is in play at 7,800. If Gobert doesn't play, Whiteside's in play. Pirtle's in play. Zubac is in play. Brook Lopez is not in play. He's coming back from back injury. Oh, wait a minute. So Portis is not in play. Brook Lopez is back. Sure, he'd be on a minutes limit, but it doesn't matter. When you're playing someone like Brooks Lopez, you need every minute you can get out of that man. So scratch Bobby Portis. Capella's in play if there's no Collins. Mason Plumlee if you need a $5,500 center. Listen, everyone on Toronto that gets any type of minutes over 20 minutes, they're in play. So let's pick my 5 and let's get out of here. That's how bad. I wonder if players that are going to play LA, if they really can't sleep at night because they're so excited because they know they're gonna have a layup line all for 48 minutes. They're gonna get whatever they want. The man said after the game that our game plan was to target Carmelo. Yo, listen, I've been watching NBA since 1993, and I ain't never hear no post-game speech like that. Homeboy said our game plan was to target Melo. Yo, how could you say that out loud? I mean, we all know it. We play DFS daily. It's our job to know weak points on teams, But to say that on public on live TV, wow, disrespectful. Let's get this 5 and let's get out of here. The NBA just I don't understand. NBA upsets me. What we're gonna do here is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Donovan Mitchell's usage has been on the rise. Mitchell 82 is a joke. I hope I can get Gary Trent at small forward. That would make me very happy. See? And then get my man Braun. And then, what does that leave us with? 52? Pirtle. I like Vooch. I like Vooch with no Levine. I like Pirtle against Minnesota. That's fine. I like Zubac. Zubac is playing like he has a fire lit under his ass, so I could do any one of those guys, but I'll stick with Pirtle tonight for now against Minnesota. Should be able to get whatever he wants. LeBron James has been torching Toronto his whole career. Gary Trent's gonna torch the Lakers. Donovan Mitchell is too cheap. Garland is too cheap. And that's that. So listen, hope you guys had a profitable and productive night. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and thumbs up on your way out. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the Yahoo video ready for you guys. So with that being said, thanks for watching the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.